Greetings, I'm Reverend John O'Toole. This is episode 28. I've done 28 episodes since I started doing the Faery Speak. It has been over several years because I did have like a hiatus. But lately I've been inspired. I don't know why. Sometimes energies can kick you in the butt. And some of you know what I'm talking about, and some of you are going, oh, well, that explains a lot. You have a higher self, which is aware of your past, present, and future selves. God helps guide you through many things. Sometimes you don't listen. Sometimes I don't listen. And sometimes I don't listen very well. And you can also have spirit guides, or you can, whatever you worship will assist you also, and saints, and there's all kinds of energies out there that people use as guidance. And there is no judgment, at least from me, on who you wish to choose to use them. Just choose wisely and know what their motivations are. Don't assume that all of them have motivations that are aligned with yours, because you just never know. Well, you might know, and you might know if the information is steering you in a direction that you know is contrary to your belief system or how you've raised yourself. So here we are. It's actually a Thursday. It's Earth Day, isn't Earth Day a great day to have a reading? We've had an interesting 2 days. Yesterday we had some rain and some snow and some massive thunderstorms and lots of wind. We woke up here in I like to call my fairy mountain to about 2 inches of snow, maybe 3, which disappeared with some rain, and then it snowed some more, and then it must have disappeared because by afternoon it was all gone. So we must have had something that got rid of it. Maybe it was just mere sunshine. So it's been an interesting day, and it's been windy. I think it almost took the power out again. Had one of those flickering of lights, and the UPSs on the computers had made their little beeping noises, but it recovered. And I'd highly recommend, if you have electrical equipment, electronic equipment, computers, TV, that kind of thing, that you have some kind of UPS to even out power failures, because a little power failure can send a nasty spike to a TV and take it out, or a computer, laptop, stereo, maybe even that Amazon Cube thing, or your router cable modem thingy that you're using for your internet. I actually once had lightning hit the telephone line, and it traveled down the telephone line through the DSL modem and into my laptop and grounded on the plug from the laptop. Took out the motherboard on my laptop, took out my DSL modem. That was probably that it wasn't properly grounded by the phone company, but they would never admit that. So that was kind of an interesting experience. I had replaced the motherboard in my laptop because I wasn't up for a new laptop at the moment. And it took me 6 laptop motherboards to get one that actually worked because the laptop was no longer manufactured. So that's my little story to start off this adventure, because what have I done that I've forgotten I usually do? I forgot to set my clock. And I don't know how long we've been running for. But I'm just going to have to wing it. And hopefully I will get it right. Pay no attention to the guy who just moved the camera. So I did a little shuffling here while we were chatting about totally useless stuff. And I apologize that the heat's running in the back, but it's about 30 degrees here. And I don't particularly feel like turning it off, because then I will be shivering. By the way, have you met your fairy? I would think if you've been following along, but if this is your first time, imagine your imaginary friend. Maybe it's a friend that you had when you were a child, or a particular energy, or an animal, or a person, or a fairy that's your favorite. And I want you to picture it in your mind's eye right here. And it's right on this card. Feel free to draw it on your own card. My fairy is called Harry the Gnome. He has hairy feet. Very bushy, hairy feet. And he likes to ride on the on the roof of my car with his feet dangling on the steering over the windshield. Since they're non-physical, it doesn't bother me as I drive. So gnomes actually come in all different shapes and sizes. People think the garden gnomes is what gnomes are all about, but there are different shapes and sizes, just like there are people. All kinds of people. So we're going to try to do 6 cards again, even though I probably shouldn't. And we're going to pull one from there, and one from here, and here. We're going to turn my sack around and go one from here. 4, 5, 6. 6 cards. Let's try to keep the pace going here. And just as a quick fresher here, a reminder that my cards that I use are from the Fairy Oracle from Brian Froud's. You get this book on Amazon, I think, or you might be able to get one of your local bookstores to order it for you if they don't have it in stock. I like this book a lot, but I can understand that you want a card set that you feel most comfortable with. I'm going to put that there as a, yep. As I flip over these cards, they're going to be oriented as if you were sitting right in front of me. And because you are. Now, which should we start with? I am going to start with the first card, no, not this one over here. And we got ourselves a singer card on the first time out, but this one here is in reverse. And I'm not even going to have to read the description because I already know what it is. So this card here is Guardian at the Gate. It's a very pretty card. But this card was in reverse, which means the energy is blocked. That's how it looks in reverse. See all that energy, but it's going into that fine point. But it's not allowing our energies through because for some reason our energies are blocked. Now, I guess you want me to well, I heard you. The Guardian of the Gate. Passage to new life openings, gatekeeping. But like I said, the gate is closed at the time. So for whatever's going on in your life and my life, right now, the energy is being blocked. Now, it's been an interesting week, hasn't it? And it's hard to figure out where things are going to go. And right now, it seems like holding back and waiting is a good thing to do. So let's see what the next one is. I wish to take this one. This one is a vertical card. Undressing the salad. I don't put dressing on too many salads anymore because it's too much sodium. So this was a vertical card, and this is what it looks like. Look at all those fairies. It's a very interesting card indeed. Number 31, in case you're following at home. Undressing the salad. Balance, avoid extremes, and achieving the impossible, and being the impossible. Well, there you go. Just think about the energies of what's going on in the world around us, not even the world, but just around us in our own neighborhoods or our own cities or towns. You know, there is this craziness. Avoid extremes. Sit back and take in all the information before you decide to respond or act. That one there is a vertical card. This was the last card, and I just pulled it up, but I have no other choice but to read it. This was a reverse card, number 27. That's the Alchemist. Was this a vertical card? How did I pull that up? Strange. Did I say it was vertical? I can't remember. Of course, I'll find out in the edit. This is a pretty card. No resemblance to me, but maybe one of you out there. You're right there. It looks a lot like you. Nels the Alchemist. Inner transformation, irrevocable change. And the reverse is you may be getting into Nell's way of doing her work. Well, certainly what's going on in our reality out there, outside our homes, is certainly a irrevocable change. Change is happening. It's not clear about where we're going with everything that's going on, but it's certainly having an effect. And if it was a reverse card, we're interfering with Nell's ability for transformation. So possibly, if you've gone kind of out of control because you feel like you need to, you may wish to step back a little bit and try just to experience just a little differently. Well, let's see. That was our first card. Let's pull the first card. I think anyway. Griot Slowy. Number 45. It's kind of an interesting card. This card was in reverse. So it would have looked like this. And there are some images in that picture in reverse that you wouldn't normally notice. So I'm going to put it there in reverse so that you can kind of take a gander and see if you see in that card what I see. Number 45. Well, that's not 45. 43. So 43 is Geo the Slow. Cycles of time, slowness, waiting, and patience. Well, that's what we should be doing. unnecessary delays or even stalling may be going on. There's a lot of illusion out there in the world with today's news. People are choosing to tell you what they wish and not what's really happening. And that doesn't help you decide properly how to move forward. It's certainly an interesting thing. We're going to put this there. And I want to draw this card over here because it's been gnawing at me. We have a vertical card for you, number 24, and it's the Piper. To have a pipe like, bought a couple of pipes like that when I was in Peru. Well, that's a very interesting card. Number 24. The Piper. Music, order, harmony, seduction, and empathy. So that is interesting. If you hold back your energy and you take your time to evaluate what's going on, you'll feel yourself more in tune with the earth and with the world. Particularly today is Earth Day. What can you do to make Earth more happy than it was yesterday? And doing crazy things may not be it. Just saying. Just saying. Last card. Might just be pulling another one. Indie. Number 65. Looks like Indy is holding the world, don't you think? Number 63. Indecision, wishy-washy, commitment, and decision-making. But this card I thought was in reverse. And I'm not sure again. Maybe I should do readings at night. I recently had a breach of trust in my household. Has taken me a little bit off. But in all reality, that trust was my own stupid mistakes. So I can blame that person for breaking my trust, but I allowed her to do it because I was lazy. And I've said too much. The reverse is hesitate while you question, make an informed decision when you have all the correct information. And that more applies to what's going on with us tonight. Hesitate while you question. Make an informed decision when you have all the correct information. Don't go by the first thing one person says. Collect information by as many people as you possibly can, and then make a decision. It's kind of the way it works. But if somebody tells you something that's wrong and you react in a way that's not your character, what can I say? So we're just going to try one more card and see if we can squeeze it in somewhere in this deck. Don't know where or when or how. And maybe we'll turn it around. Maybe I'll close my eyes. Does it matter if I close my eyes? Does it matter if I drop the cards on the floor? We're going to go with one more card. And that card is vertical to you. And of course this is one of my favorites. And I can't say why. Next company. Fairies of the Future. The vertical card, number 33. Number 33. Fairies of the Future. Be here and now guidance moving forward. And if you don't know where you're going, go back to the beginning. So until next time, the fairies are speaking for you and you and you and you and you and even you. I know you didn't think it was. I know you could say this guy is nuts. Well, maybe I am nuts. But hopefully you had a nice time watching a guy babble on about fairies. And until next time, hug a fairy. The fairy is speaking for you. Ta-ta!